Sorry about that. Hope you can pop back on, Vicky. If not, just catch this last one whenever. It shut itself off again, and I wasn't even on there a fucking hour. See, this is why I stopped doing lives for a while, because it keeps doing this shit. It's always random. I never know when it's going to fucking do it until it does it. And when I try to get on YouTube on my big computer, on my better laptop, it gives me trouble. And I just have just as much trouble. And then I can't even get into this one because I'm always doing this one with my 2-in-1 instead of my laptop. So that's why I just get so angry, because it shuts off for no reason. None. Brooke hasn't come on, so I don't know if it was because she got too busy. Oh, there you are. Did you get all the money, hun? Did you get all the money? Okay. Oh, you surprised me. I was just on almost an hour ago, and then the damn thing shut itself off again. So that I had to restart. This is part 2 of the one before it. Because I was like, I think I was just in the middle of saying something, and then there you were. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm glad you finally made it on. Because then I remember you saying, well, you've been having issues with the phone. So it's like, well, she might not have got the message and, stuff. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm sorry, sweetie. It's not much. I can imagine, once $36 is converted to your money, to United Kingdom or Europe money, I did the conversion thing, just escapes me. So, sometimes is it not that it's more than the American version, and then other times it's less. So I always get those two confused. So when it said 150, like 47 or something, I was like, oh no, I hope she got all the money, because I don't think about the conversion, because it had the little capital, what it looks like a backwards E to me, but it has that little character to it that means European money. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And I'm getting used to, how you guys do your money and stuff. It's right now, I mean, it's just like one of the few things I can at least try to do once in a while. British pounds, right? See, I knew there was a name for it, but I could not, I couldn't get it out. So thank you. At least you have a brain today. Apparently I do not. Oh, Lordy. But anyway, so Vicky was able to pop on for a bit, so that's good. She might not be able to pop back on, though. But I was saying earlier in the first live, before it shut itself off again, that I trusted my witch stakes, that enough time has passed, that I finally reached out to Carl, and I texted to him. And I tried to express without making him feel attacked or prejudged or anything of that nature, because I know him. And he tends to be sensitive about stuff like me. So I have to really think about how I want to word things. And I have to kind of run it over in my mind a few times. How can I best get this out? So it's kind of short, sweet, to the point. Don't give him a whole fucking book to read, but it gets my feelings out there without coming across as being mean or something like that, because that's not what I'm trying to do at all. And if my phone wasn't charging right now, I'd read to you what I had sent him. But basically, it's like, it just what I had said on here about it. If I would have called Carl Christmas Day, I know how it would have went. He would have got upset and agitated and ended up wanting to hang up or end up hanging up on me or something, because there was too many people talking, and it would have been too hard for me to concentrate and try to talk to just him, which is what he would have expected. And then he would have wanted me to ignore everybody else, even though he won't openly admit that. But then I thought, okay, what would be a way to avoid that? Well, I could have offered to put him on speakerphone. He still would have complained. He still would have been upset and agitated because he would have felt like people are talking over him, so he's just going to shut up. Or he would, Carl, or he'd say something like, well, everybody's talking over me, so I'm just going to go. So the way I explained it in the text, though, was I said, I was trying to spare you that, which is true. It was Christmas Day. Why would I want to, make it miserable for any of us? I would want to make it as happy as we could, especially since you can't even be there, physically like we wish, and we can't be there. Like I would love to. Oh my gosh. I would have Christmas at your house one time and go, I'm sorry, but I'm staying. I'll just build me a room and I'm staying. No, I wouldn't do that to you. But I would fall in love with it. I know I would. And I would probably cry because I would finally be able to see your shop and, be able to see it for once. Just, actually be there. It's that precious to me. Yeah. Yeah. So, and, but I know I would love it. It would be precious. And I would want to stay because, that would mean I would have my passport and all that squared away, and I'm coming to stay and, spend at least a weekend, I don't know if that'd be enough time, but I don't want to I wouldn't want to push something like that and say, oh, I'm staying a week. I mean, I would really want to sit down and discuss what's okay with everybody. What type of schedules are we going to be dealing with? Anybody that needs me time, how do we want to coordinate that? Because, I get it. I mean, look at me. Sometimes, we need our solitude. We need our alone time. It's not that we don't love our people, because we do. We never forget about them, but we just need that me time, Hang on. I'll have to bring this down so I can read it. You'd need more than a weekend in the UK. It's a long way to go. Yeah. Hey, Vicky. Hi, you made it back. Good. Brooke's on with us. So say hi, everybody. So I'm glad you made it back on. Sorry about that, Vic. But yeah, it did it to me again. It freaking froze up on me and I wasn't even on there a full hour. This is what I mean, guys. This is why a lot of times I get so pissed, and it's like, I just don't want to do a live because I know it's going to do the crap. And it irritates me. It's irritating. It's like, oh, YouTube, I want to choke you, or I want to choke my computer, or throw it in the fish tank or something. Because it keeps doing it and it drives me nuts, because then I have to go back through, then I have to do another live, then I have to come up with another title, and I'm like, eh. It's like, you don't want to bring out the screaming demon in me. No. She's scary. She scares me. What are you talking? She does. She scares me. My dark side. Ooh, I hope you guys never see her. Ask Michael sometime, Brooke. Ask him about the, no, never mind. Don't. Let's not bring up past stuff. But anyway, it was an incident that happened years ago that I was mad at somebody or something. And, I scared Michael. So that's saying something right there. I scared Michael, Mr. Tree, mountain now or whatever, because he's this giant, and looks down on all of us. Guess what I did with this, Brooke? My unicorn crystal. Because I have got my Creepy Hollows crystals so scattered now, I feel bad to a lot of my Creepy Hollows spirits because I feel like I'm neglecting them because I didn't keep all their vessels together like I normally did, and I wish I had, and I wish I would have found a way to label them or something that I could visually look at it, because there's so many. It's like you would, if I showed all of my vessels, you guys would be like, whoa. I mean, it's enough to open a small store. I'm not kidding, to me, but I turned it into another vessel for my very first unicorn spirit that came to me. And this is a unicorn crystal, some type of unicorn crystal. Remember this one that I love that had the beautiful colors in it? That I think, isn't this one of those that if you have UV light and you can get it dark enough in here, you can turn on the UV light and it shows you other colors? And I got my cauldron back finally. I found my little cauldron. It got knocked down. Remember this one? That I usually put a little offering in there and stuff to thank the spirits for all the good stuff that, they bring, and all the times they help and everything. So yeah, so I offered that to my unicorn, my first unicorn, as an additional vessel, and he accepted. I mean, let me see if I can feel him in there yet, because I didn't go through the commute bag yet, because I have to find the spell book that comes from the website that is a transmute spell that you have to do with a certain bag. And basically what you're doing is you're transferring the life force, energy, and power of the spirit or entity at their choosing, because, like say a vessel gets broken, right? And you get a replacement vessel. So you get the replacement vessel, you put the new vessel in there with the one that's broken, you transfer it, that give it its new home. Kind of like, imagine a hermit crab, pulling itself out of its shell and getting into a bigger shell because it's growing, right? So I wanted to give this one to Essus. This is my unicorn Essus, guys. And his colors are brown. I wish purple. Wouldn't he be gorgeous if he had purple eyes? But his mane and his tail and mane are like a real pretty brown, I think. Because they give you a description. They tell you about the spirit and entity that you have in each vessel, what it is, who it is. And, when you think about just a handful of that I've already listed, and if you go back to some other lives where I've talked about other ones, it's like the veil. Okay. Check this one out and see what you guys feel, because this one's just got me going every which way. There are two very high as you can go, ranking a goddess and a god. This blows my mind, okay? That want to work with me, that I got through Creepy Hollows. They want to work with me, and they want to teach me how to use the veil. Guys, you realize what this means? It's kind of like a graduation to like a higher level of witchery, I guess is a good way to explain it. So it's a very high honor. I never thought I would get remotely even that close to, I'm like, what? So Hecate is the goddess. She's the underworld, Hecate. Some people call her Hecate. I like Hecate because it's so pretty. And she's Greek. Did you guys know that? I feel so stupid. I did not know that until somebody told me, and I was like, Greek? Since when did Hecate become Greek? Not that it was bad, because when she's in her nymph form, like the form of a nymph, she's gorgeous. I mean, any guy that would see her, or any woman for that matter, would fall in love with her. She's just stunningly beautiful. Don't even try to describe her. You ain't going to forget it. She's too beautiful to describe. But one of her other forms is she'll come as an old lady. I think she's got three maiden mother crone. So imagine your version of a maiden mother crone, and that's basically what Hecate is. She's okay, like right now. This would be Hecate. It's an old woman. You can tell that she's got some years on her. She's very wise, very ancient. She has a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and so Hecate is the goddess of the underworld. She resides over death and magic and witches and just all kinds of, it's wow, amazing. She appears sometimes when you're lucky and fortunate enough to be in a strong and profound enough. I can't wait to have one of these myself, meditations where you're there, okay? You're literally, you see yourself in the middle of some woods somewhere. It's a beautiful spring day, or it's very much like winter like it is right now. There's snow on the ground and everything, but you don't feel cold. But you feel power. Absolute, I can't describe this if I tried. Power, like you have no idea. Sigby, guys. This really got me. Sigby had an encounter with her recently when he had to check himself into rehab because he found out he was an alcoholic, and it almost killed him. So I was like, dude, what? And he said her name as Hecate. So I thought about that, and I'm like, Hecate, who's that? And then Hecate came to me and said, this is what he said. And I heard her in my ear say Hecate. And I'm like, oh, what? Because she appears with a dog. She probably, they say that how do you say this, Hecate? What some people would say Hecate's not scariest form, but it takes some getting used to, is she's got 3 faces. So this cup has the maiden, okay, the mother, and then the crone, okay? So Hecate tends to come as, she can come as a young maiden. She can come as a mother, more like a motherly figure, or she can show up as, like a grandmother kind of figure. You can tell she's been around a while. So anyway, Sigby went into this profound meditation, and my jaw fucking dropped when he said, I got a visit from a goddess named Hecate. I saw myself in a forest. Imagine this, guys, okay? I'm not even going to try to explain it, but he was in a forest. He walked, he was looking around. He didn't feel any fear or anything, which is good, and his meditation instructor got him deep enough in that he could, this changed his life, guys. I can't even begin to tell you in ways I can't. It's just trippy. It's awesome, but it's trippy. And he said he walked like a short distance. He walked into a circle. He said he could tell that it was a very ancient place, that it was a circle of power. It was a circle of magic. People had done rituals there. He sat down on one of the stone benches, and within minutes, a woman appeared to him, had long dark hair, had a dog with her, and said, I'm Hecate. I've been with you a long time. And my jaw dropped, guys. I was like, no. What's going on? Wait, what's going on? Whoa, dude. I was like, damn, I am so happy for you, Sigby, because that is, wow. Okay. That's like Hecate possessing a body, knocking on your door and going, I got to talk to you. And you're like, who are you? And then you find out it's her. Yeah, it's wow. So I was like, what? And I listened to the whole thing. And when he came out of it, he was like, I forget what his reaction was, but and they're willing to help. Okay, with the power of the veil at my command. Is that a proper term, or am I going overboard? Yes, I guess I'm not. Okay. With the power of even one layer of the veil, because there's many, guys. We're talking two different veils, 2 different layers of the veil. The realm between the earth, where we are here, and the spirit realms and the astral realm. Okay. Hecate is the first one that came through, and I got the first vessel, and it said, she wants to work with me through the veil, or with the veil, something to do with the veil. And then, like, another order I got soon after that was Aries wants to work with me on another layer of the veil, and I'm going, whoa, time out, what? Because I'm like, okay, Hecate's queen of the underworld. She just visited Sigby, and I'm still tripping about that. Okay. And Aries is god of war. So I'm like, okay, what am I not seeing here? It's a mind blower, because they are both a very high ranking goddess and god. They're both very ancient. He's like battle strategy, I believe, is a lot of it. That's a lot that people don't think about. Isn't that amazing? And he's gorgeous too, by the way. Don't even get me started. But He won't let me see what he really looks like, so he makes himself look like what's his name, Kevin Smith, that used to play him on Xena. Remember that guy? Because he's a good-looking guy. I'm like, okay, I can live with that. That's cool. And he's like, okay, good. He said, when the time's right, I will give you my true name, or I will show you my true face. And I'll be like, oh shit, I can't wait for when that happens, because guess what that means? It's like, am I gonna die now or something? I hope not. But when I found out that they're both wanting to work with me on 2 different layers and levels of the veil, I'm going, okay, what's going on here, guys? Come on, you're freaking me out. I mean, I know it's an honor and I know it's a big deal, but I don't want to screw it up. So what do I do now? How do I even begin this journey? Because I never have any time to myself. I have no place that I can go where I can be by myself. My only option for doing that, and the one that would be the most required, I can't afford to do because it would take me 3 months just to get the money to go for 3 days. And that's Ravenwood Castle. Just go by myself and make it my Hecate Aries sabbatical. And that would just be my total focus. And let's just see what happens. I wouldn't live stream it, though. I would have this with me most likely, and my other one just in case, but because they do have a Wi-Fi signal there you can pick up on. So you can get on the internet when you're sitting in your cabin if you have a good enough connection. But depending on what time of year I would be going, if I could have that whole 3 days, I could have my own holy shit. And I thought the Sigby one was impressive. Listen what happened to me. And... and then you guys are going to be sitting there going, oh, wow. Just like I'm going to be. So, I don't want them to, I don't want to feel like I'm neglecting that duty, like I'm scoffing at that gift, because I'm not. I really want to do it. But with the way things are right now, I can't. Not unless I had a place I could go where I could really, truly, totally be by myself. Nobody else there. Try to stay as close to home as I can and only do it on weekends, every once in a while or whatever. But, just to have that time. And I'm not even talking going on my brother's in Mount Gilead either, because that's still, Carl would be there. I wouldn't have the trailer to myself for 3 days. Now, if that was what was happening, then yeah, that'd be great. But that's not plausible. I can't see Carl letting me stay there for 3 days, because he'd be like, where do I stay? This is my house. What you talking? And he's right. So, and he don't like that kind of stuff anyway. I can't talk witchy stuff around Carl, because he just don't, it makes him uncomfortable. He don't believe in it. He thinks it's a bunch of bullshit. And I was trying to say a bunch of hooey and bullshit at the same time. And it would have come out as like boar shit or something, some, freaky name. But, word that isn't even actually boar shit. Yeah, I can say, pig shit, male pig shit. It's like, oh, that sounds lovely. Not. But there is a goddess that has her sacred animal is the female pigs. So there's got to be one that the boar can symbolize, I'm sure. Well, no, that's Taurus. That's bull. That's not boar. Oh, yeah, that could be too. Maybe the boar from my druid deck is got something it's telling me or needs to say to me. Okay, here's my thought, guys. I start learning the veil like they both have assigned themselves to me to teach me. I need to get on the ball, because I can't even begin to tell you how long I've had them waiting already. And I feel absolutely horrible, because this is a great honor. I don't want them to think I don't appreciate it, that I'm chickening out, or that I don't want to do. Of course I do. I've worked pretty daggone hard. I take it graciously. Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very grateful. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably trying to take my time a little bit with it, because I'm really trying to prepare myself, because it's going to blow my mind. But think about the power I would have having 2 layers of the veil at my command. One of them governed by Aries, the other governed by Hecate. I can't even, my head would blow up if I tried to even started creating a list of things I could do, ways I could travel. I mean, Yeah, I can see me showing up at your door one day. Knock, knock, knock. You open the door, you look around, there's nobody there. You're like, I'm hearing things. Shut your door, walk back in the house, knock, 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 and you're like, okay. You go and open the door again, look around second time, still don't see anybody, but you feel a whoosh go by you, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you hear me laughing, and you're like, Mom? Looking around like, okay, am I losing it? Am I dreaming? No, Brooke, honey, it's just me. Don't freak out. It's just me in astral form. I'm just testing. I'm playing with the veil. This is cool. You got to try it. You know, I mean, because it's got to be something of a whammy. You know what I'm saying? I will be like, oh, wow. Yeah, it's beautiful. Can I go live in the closet? I think I'll take that one. I won't be in the way because I'll just be a spirit. So I won't need to eat or sleep or, you know, have a bedroom or nothing. I'll just live in the closet. I would too. I like it here. Can I stay here a while? It's so nice. That way I can be with you and the grandkids. Try to pick out a house that maybe I want to buy as a vacation home one day, you know, become a Londoner. The Londoner. But yeah, if I get that good, and I kind of have a feeling that something like the veil can help you get that good, because that's what I feel like it's going to be. Because like I'm already here on the earth realm, now it's time for me to move up the ladder to the okay. So is it spirit realm or astral realm Hecate is controlling, and then the other one is Aries? Okay, spirit realm is the Hecate side, and then astral realm is the Aries side. Okay, so but here's the thing: it's a commitment. Like you can't just complete this in a single weekend. Once you open the door and finally step through it, and they're like, it's about time, girl. Damn, what, you make us wait a fucking century or something? I'm sorry, guys, you know, but you see what I'm working with here. And I mean, I'll be the first one to admit, yep, I should have taken that opportunity. I should have done that, you know, but I'm sorry, but I'm here. Let's do this, you know. I want to do it right. You know, I want to do it right. I want to do it to show I'm worthy and deserving of this power, because it is great power, yes, but it's great responsibility too, because of what you can do with it. Like, this is the stuff that you have to be very, very careful with, because you could fall into something that at first appears innocent even to you, but you're a seasoned enough witch, you should know better. And we're talking, you might as well say, by the time my birthday gets here, I think I figured, let's see, I think it was like 83. I was 13. And that's when I came into my power. So you go from 83 up to now. That's how many years I've been aware that I was a witch, and turned the witch switch on, and the universe opened. I hear you, Carmela. Where you at? Carmela! It ain't time yet. 3:30. She's asking for treats already. But it's a great responsibility, truly. So, like, I mean, look how long it's even took me to, and this is subs only, so don't worry, this is not a public one. I just hope that any of my subs that do see it aren't going to use it in a negative way or something. Try to use it against any of us, because if they do, it won't work. It'll just bounce right back to them. I'll be the first one to say it, because you really want to piss Hecate and Aries off, who have both picked me for this great honor. I wouldn't advise it. You know, I love all of y'all, you know that, you know, but I mean, like, if it was a sub that didn't know me that well yet, is what I was meaning. I was talking about those people, those of you that know me well enough, you know, as who I am and as a witch, you know. Well, it's about time you got this kind of honor, Mom. You've been busting your hump. Well, thank you. And yes, I have. But if I figure correctly, by my birthday, it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 34 years or something like that, I think, by now, because it was like 32 and it could be 33, 34, one of those. I've been open to and been a practicing witch, a POTC, practitioner of the craft. So anytime you hear me talk about POTC, that's what I'm talking about, unless I say otherwise, just so I don't confuse anybody. But yeah, so I start playing with the veil. You're going to get some visits. I'm just warning you now. Are you going to say hi to your daughter? Doofy! He's ignoring me. Yell at him. Maybe he'll come and say hi. I guess not. He's too into whatever he's doing on his computer. Hi, Pops! So he's not even hearing me. I ain't even going to waste my time. We don't exist. We're not here. So now let's think about this a minute. If Hecate is of a spiritual representation, spirit realm of the veil, then that means when Sigby had his profound experience with her, it was in the spirit realm. Funny enough, the very realm that I am going to be learning to control, command, understand the veil. What Hecate has to teach me about it, and what Aries has to teach me about it. I keep hearing battle strategy is the main focus that Aries is going to have right now. And I don't know what the battle is going to be. Oh, really? Really? No. You're not joking. I don't see Aries as a humorous type god. Okay. I'm not allowed to say what he just told me, but it'll be interesting. Let's just say that. But if some kind of threat comes up on the family in some way, oh, Aries, could you do us a favor? If you have the time, or you could send somebody on your behalf that's equally as strong that could take care of it, watch over my daughter Brooke and her boys. She's got some negative, nasty energies still after her. Could we get rid of those? Because I've been trying to do stuff here on my end. I've been trying to light candles for her and stuff. And I've got her, she gave me this fire opal, and I keep it, it's right here. So if you want to bless that, that would be great. And I keep it on my circle of protection. If you want to give that some oomph and power, that'd be wonderful. And I've got my garnet crystal on here and my Capricorn. So any of this you want to bless or charge, please do. I could use it, but watch over my daughter and her boys, because get these nasty energies away from them, because she's, she don't have a shop up right now. I was finally able to order from her today, and it took me months before I could even do that. So, that's another reason why, I've been, I guess probably been so upset myself here lately, is because I haven't had the time and the place to be able to work on my diamond paintings quietly and without being bothered, so that I could get enough of them done that I could sell some, so that way I could have some money in my pocket from that as well. I'm getting $20 a week from Mom, so I'm just, it's all I have right now, but it's more than I had, and that's okay. I'll take the more than I had. I'm not, and I almost never play the lottery, because there's just no no guarantee you're going to win. And I even got a hold of Abundia. She's supposed to be a lottery angel, and I still haven't won. The most I won was like $5 on an instant ticket. And then I turned around and used that $5 to play a ticket, and I didn't win a single damn number. So I don't even want to waste $5 on it if there's no guarantee that I will at least be one of the winners, especially if it's a big pot, you know. But I'm not going to do the lump sum thing. No, I'm going to do the payments. So they give you a certain amount each month for a whole year until that whole thing is paid off. The whole amount's paid that you won. Because if you do the lump sum, they take a lot more of it and put it back in their pockets than they give to you. And I'm sorry, but I'm inclined to believe that the government owes us. Because we're a minority in our own damn country. They keep letting all these foreigners in. And I'm not saying all of them are bad. But the ones that are, it's just adding to the problems. I'm not trying to be prejudiced or racist on any of them. I get it. They're in some really, really messed up situations where they are. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But now it's like we're getting pushed aside. Like, this isn't our country anymore. Because they're just coming in and taking over, and it's just there's too many of them that are bad ones that we're just getting overrun, and we're overwhelmed. And it's like I feel like there's gonna be more killings. There's gonna be more random deaths that could have been avoided if a different path was chosen that could have maybe helped a bunch of people at once instead of a bunch of people having to die. You know, hey, Vicky, yes. Sorry, sweetie, I wasn't sure if you were still on because I know you said you couldn't stay on long. And, you know, I know, guys, I get it. Believe me, our lives get so fucking hectic, it ain't even funny. Good. I feel like whatever this profound experience is going to be that I'm going to have with Hecate, I'm not going to get much recoup time if I get any at all, and I'm going to get slammed with Aries too. So I'll be like, oh, what just happened? Am I dreaming? Am I dead? Am I alive? Am I on another plane? What's going on? You know, I don't know anymore. So it's going to be like it could be a double whammy on me. I hope not. You know, I mean, it's once I get the other Moldavite, that'll help because I'm going to put it with the one that I have. I still have to convert that one, and it's begging me to do so. But you know, it's amazing how much it's come through for me, and I'm not even wearing it. Like, it's sitting in my fluorite cauldron in the bedroom, which is bigger. And I'd love to set it out here somewhere so I could enjoy it out here because I don't really get to enjoy it in the bedroom. The only time I see it in the bedroom is if I go in there for something like to change clothes or put on my nightgown for the night or whatever, or, you know, get ready to take a shower, you know, and stuff. So I almost never see it. And I'm so glad I got my little one back. I just wish I had a UV light so I could show all the pretty hidden colors it has. I love this little thing. I was like, oh my God. I was like, look, it's a cauldron and it's made of crystal. I even forget this. Is this some type of agate? I think you said this was some type of an agate one, but I forget what. I don't know how close you need to see it. You might have some more like this. I know your inventory is very limited right now. But I wanted to share with you. Vooper light? Oh, is that what it's called? Oh, cool. I like it. Vooper light, huh? It's interesting. And I definitely, you know, it's amazing. I almost never handle this, but it's like it's got this perfect little shallow spot in the top that I love because I can put a little bit of like a type of herbal offering Sometimes, I could put like a couple little crystals in there or something and say, here, this is to say thank you. 1, for picking me. 2, for being from my daughter's shop. So I can actually say, yeah, I own this, for it came from England. Haha. And I love that about it. Vooper light. I hope I can remember that. I'll have to write it down. He's in there doing the dishes. So I told him you said hi, but I don't know if he heard me or not. But I like that. And I feel good with it next to me. So I forget what the Vooper light does, but I like having it next to me. It's one of my few pieces that I don't feel right if I don't have it next to me. It's like I can go without it being next to me, but I just love looking at it. It's just so damn cute. And now I got a fluorite one that's even bigger, like 4 or 5 times the size of that one in the bedroom. Because fluorite's always a good positive stone. So, and especially during days when I'm feeling down or I'm feeling saddened by something, and just hold a piece of fluorite and just let the fluorite take the bad away, Another garbage call. I apologize. I guess I'm gonna have to turn the volume down. Otherwise, that thing's gonna keep going off every few minutes and driving us all nuts. Oh yeah, now of course you shut up once I get up to turn your ass off. But yeah, just, welcome to my screwed up day. Let's get through it together, right? I mean, at least it had some good that happened. So, anytime I can kind of hang with my friends a little bit this way. This is the way we do it right now, right, girls? We can't physically be together. This works. So at least both of you can see and hear me, and you guys can type, and hey, it works for us. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get that converted tonight. I'll have to find the jewelry assembly thing and get the pieces out I need to convert it so I can put it on here with my protection circle. So, and I sleep with this on and everything. I only take it off if I feel like, okay, it needs charge. It's been, like tonight I might try to take it off and give it a rest, put it in a charging box, let it charge up. But I would like to share something with you guys because I don't know, how long all of us will be able to be on here together. And I don't know, I'll have to see if my phone's charged enough. It might already be done. Usually when it plugs it in, it don't take long. It's 85%. That's better than it was, and it'll serve the purpose of what I'm trying to do. What am I doing? What am I getting to? Right. Message. Okay. So this is what I texted to Carl yesterday at 9:24 p.m. Okay. If I would have called you Christmas Day, there would have been too many people talking and it would have upset you. So I wanted to spare you that. So I decided to wait for a few days before texting because you were upset and I was hurt because of what you said. So you are the one that chose not to come down that day. And it's unfair of you to get mad at me for it. No one forgot you that day, Carl. We all wish you would have decided to be there. So can we please move past this and not hurt over it anymore and stop hurting each other? We are all we've got, Carl. You know how precious that is to me. And then I put, sorry to hear you are still having washer issues. That sucks. Wish I could help. It's getting down in the 20s tonight here. And that was like a couple nights ago. And then he sent back, we can talk soon. Kind of busy trying to get some things done. I will text you soon. Then we can figure something out. So at 9:17 this morning, I answered him back when I finally saw the text that he did answer and said, okay, sounds good. Just woke up. And here it is, like 20 to 4. I haven't heard back from him. But, you know, this is me rising above it. See, this is me loving and forgiving the situation and say, you know, it was Christmas Day. I was, you know, see, that's what I mean. So this is how well the Moldavite has been helping me, because this is all part of the whole self-mastery thing with me. And I'm loving it because I really love how I did that. I did that well. And I was like, wow. So that means I'm evolving. There's your baby. See, Boo? Boo, baby. Come see mama. Come see mama. Come see mama. He might. Come on. He's undecided. He's probably afraid one of the girls are going to jump him. Come here, baby. Come and see Sissy. There you go. Sissy wants to see her boo. Sissy wants to see her boo. Well, at least you can see parts of him. There, you can see him best when he walks away a little bit there. Yeah, he's purring. He's doing better. So I'm glad that whatever was wrong, you know, Daddy got it fixed. So he's okay. He seems to be okay now. And I'm just thankful. But see, I was really proud of that. And that's why I wanted to share it with both of you, because you're my family. And it's like, that was very articulately put. And I was like, wow, you know, so, and he did answer back, and, you know, he said, we'll talk soon. So I'm just going to back off for a little while longer and give him, because he might not be quite there yet. He might not be quite ready yet. But I explained it all in that first text. I said I wanted to give us both a few days to cool down, to get our heads together, to come back to ourselves, because I didn't want to ruin Christmas for any of us. And I feel like if I would have done what you wanted me to do and I would have called you, it would have blown up in our face and it would have ruined Christmas for everybody. And I don't want that. You know, I don't want that. So, you know, the ball's in his court now. But I'm glad that, you know, at least I've gotten to that point that I'm able to do that now. I'm learning to let stuff go and, you know, move on. It's like, look, okay, that was bad. You hurt me. I hurt you. Can we please just go on from here? Because I didn't come right out and say I'm sorry, because I don't feel like I should say I'm sorry to him. I feel like he should apologize to us, not just me, but everybody on this end, that none of us would have ever, you know, told Carl we didn't want him there. You know, so yeah, I spoke for everybody, because I know that Alicia would have definitely wanted him there. You know, Mom, even though she won't outright admit it, she wanted him there. I certainly wanted him there, you know, and I mean, he chose not to be, though. So he can't keep holding that against us. So this is me saying, I've gotten over this. I'm letting this go. You know, how about you? Are you still mad about it? Can we talk? If you're still need some time, okay, I'll back off, give you a few days and see if you get back with me, because I'm not trying to ruffle your feathers again, because I wasn't trying to the first time. And I explained that in the one text. I said, no one's forgotten you, Carl. Goodness. I said, I'm doing a live stream. Brooke's on with us. I tried to keep it as short, sweet, and to the point as I could. But then by the time I got home, which I was planning on calling him then and explaining all of this, you know, I would have gladly told him then, Carl, look, you know, what are you getting mad about? Nobody forgot you. And, you know, I wanted to be able to focus on you, just you, so that, you know, so I was planning on calling you when I got home. And I even told him in the text that I was going to see him the next day, because I still, at that point, before I came home and saw what he texted back, I was still going to go up there on the 26th and take him his gifts. And I still want to do that. But because he did what he did, now I think it's only right for him to come down and get his own stuff, and for me not to have to take it up there. You know? I don't know. Some weird guy. But, you know, I'm trying to rise above. That's the thing. I'm trying to rise above it, and I'm giving him the opportunity Hello, Brat. I knew you'd be up here sooner or later. Yeah. Because see, what did I say? What did I say? She knows when I'm doing a live. She gets